Handicap is in front by 2 lengths here from Bacchanali. Rangers, Jeff Fruit. Handicap is in front. F down the outside, but in front near the line, King Kappa.
Welcome to this week's edition of the Final Gallop. It is episode 280 and is proudly supported by the Brisbane Airport Hotels Group and PlayUp. This week we're going to talk about our 12 runners for Olivia's race day meeting at Eagle Farm on Saturday. Morning, Tony. Another busy week for our stable with the highlight by the dominant performance of the 3-year-old colt Transatlantic last Saturday.
Yeah, good morning Claire, good morning everyone. Yeah, he was a highlight last week, Transatlantic, in a bit of an up and down sort of day at the races really, but he was brilliant. He come off what probably looked to people a bit of a plain first up run, but I was quite okay with it. I thought on the weekend he was really good. He was one of the few horses to win from right up the front. And I think he ran the quickest 600 of the whole meeting, so he was very sharp, and he's in for a very good preparation.
On a bit of a sadder note for our stable, we bid farewell this week to our long-term farrier Sheldon Devantier, who is actually going to join the police.
Yeah, look out, Crims, here he comes. Just goes to show all heroes wear capes. Sheldo, he's there. No, he's been great, Sheldon. He's been here for I don't know how many years now, but quite a lot. He's going to be sorely missed.
He will.
But he's an excellent farrier. He's an excellent person, very hard worker, and he's probably just what the police force need. Someone that's a good hard worker and good human being. So he's going to make a good career wherever he goes, Sheldo. But I'm sure he's not going to be lost. He'll be still poking around here on weekends and doing a few odds and ends. But yeah, no, we thank him for everything he's done for the stable. He's going to be a very, very hard man to replace.
Absolutely, and we wish him the best of luck for his new career. Now let's move on to our Ying Spotlight segment. This week we're going to preview the Divine Prophet Espiritu colt that we purchased last week at the Magic Millions Cuter sale for $60,000. Great price for the son of Divine Prophet, who has sired over 100 individual winners in his early stallion career so far.
Yeah, he's probably not the sexiest sire around, but he's a little quite achiever. He's doing a good job. He's a really nice horse. He wasn't one that at start would have been on our radar, but he's just such a good type. When he came out of the box, he just moved like he's a 2-year-old. Like he's ready to get up and get going. He's got plenty of spunk about him, this colt. Excellent mover, like I just mentioned, and everything about him. When you look at the photo of him and the picture of him on the lock, he's got just side on or footage of him walking. He's a really good shaped horse. He just won, like I said. He wasn't initially, when we were going through things, probably on our radar, but when he come out, you just stood up and looked at him straight away. I thought he's a really impressive colt. He's the sort of colt you go to the Cuter sale to buy.
Okay.
You know, he's a really good type, really good action, clean horse X-rays. He's just a nice sharp horse. Looks like a ready-made cutest racehorse, real 2- and 3-year-old type horse.
Okay, and his dam Espiritu was a 7-time winner, and she was also stakes placed in the Falvalon.
Yeah, it's hard to buy him out of stakes place mares at the cutest sale. You know, normally that sort of pedigree doesn't exist there, but if you can look at a nice mare out of a probably not, like he's not by better than Ready or Spirit of Boom, which are the more of the size of the moment, right? But he's a stallion that gets the job done. So look, I think he's a ripping colt. He's good value. There's minimal left in him, and I can see why. Dream Thoroughbreds had the most of him. Yeah. Dave has a party, see me bidding on him, so I didn't bid. Actually, so I was going to buy him for you. So we ended up negotiating for him to take a majority share in the horse, which he has, and he's filling up really quickly, this horse. And Dream are a great mob to race with, so don't be put off by racing with them. They're a ton of fun. So he's a lovely colt. Anyone who wants a real 2- and 3-year-old racehorse, this is your colt.
And absolutely, and it is a great opportunity to take advantage of the cutest bonus prize money up here in Queensland. So if you are interested, please do get in touch with us at sales@gollanracing.com.au, or you can contact any one of us directly. This week we also have our latest promotion courtesy of the Brisbane Airport Hotels Group. The prize will be a $200 voucher for the Crib Island Beach Club at the Ibis Brisbane Airport. To enter, please head to our Facebook page, look for this week's post about the Final Gallop, click on the link we provide and enter your details to go on the draw, and we will announce the winner on next week's show. Okay, on to our preview of our runners at Eagle Farm on Saturday. The rail goes out to the 2.5 metre position. The track's currently a soft 5, with the forecast for a shower or two each day for the next few days, but there's still every chance of it getting back to a good 4.
Yeah, you can tell Easter's coming up, can't you?
Yeah.
Showery weather for Easter. I don't know how the track will play. Geez, last week it got us all off guard a bit. I kind of knew watching race 1, I walked around the track then to go over from our stables, and you could just see that inside was significantly softer. where they'd gone into it, and the winner comes sail down the middle. It was obviously short price favourite and obviously better than them, but it was a clear disadvantage to be close to the rail there Saturday. You had to come off fence. You know, I suggest probably more than four off really as the day went on, and it didn't get better because obviously the days are a little bit cooler now.
Yeah.
We haven't got that real summer heat. We never had a very windy day, so that inside section often in the summer when we start early that can be off a little bit earlier, then it can make its way back to a fine surface late. I don't think that happened at all the whole meeting. The inside was off all meeting. Jimmy Roberts, he hasn't got a lot of hair. He had a bit less there after Saturday. He was pretty traumatised for the way it raced. But the surface itself is bloody brilliant. It's a great surface. Horses are letting go on it well and they're pulling up well from it. But there was a distinct bias that inside was off last week. So he'll try and fix that this week. I think he'll change his watering regime, etc., etc. And if it works, we'll have a lot different track. But for me, and it's going to be a problem because we're in race 1. I'm a little bit edgy as to what we're going to get Saturday.
Okay, as you said, we will kick off in race 1. It is the benchmark 68 handicap over 1200 metres, and we'll have 3 runners. We'll start with Argyle Pink. She'll carry 59.5 kilos with Angela Jones on board. She has drawn barrier 17. With PlayUp, she's paying $16 to win and $4.80 for the place. She is first up and usually does run well fresh. Nice trial last week with an awful draw.
Yeah, she's going really well. She'll enjoy the way the track is here, holding a bit of moisture and that. She loves just getting her toe into the ground a bit. Barrier's pretty ordinary. I had her in 2 races. This was probably the weaker of form of the races. However, neither barrier was good. So we've gone the lesser of 2 evils.
Yep.
I'm just not sure how I ride her. She's normally a get out and on speed sort of horse, but I'd hate to see her have a gut buster fresh up. So I might even change tact and ride her a bit quieter fresh up and look for other targets. And there's no reason why. She's actually raced well from ridden off the speed in the past. So just stay tuned to maybe a tactical change with her. So I don't want to see her sitting 3 deep up on a hot speed and being gassed first up. I might ride her a bit more conservative early, tuck her in and see her hit the line, because she is more adaptable than probably what her racing pattern in the last 12 months has shown.
Okay. Second runner is Fumiko. She'll carry 57.5 kilos with CJ Graham's 1.5 kilo claim. Fumiko's drawn barrier 11. With PlayUp, she's paying $10 to win and $3.30 for the place. A couple of close second placings before last start racing on the much talked about Gold Coast track.
Put a line through the last run. She was never comfortable early. She's in an awkward spot. She pulled up with an eye ulcer from the amount of sand coming back in her face, and she actually still finished the race off okay from a really unflattering position. So line through that. The run previous, she was only beaten by track bias. Today you couldn't make up much ground in Brisbane, and she really rattled late. So her runs have been brilliant without winning. I really think she's probably found the right race here. There looks to be enough speed. She'll tuck back, worse than midfield at cover, and even find you can find the line. So she's a lot better than the odds currently on offer for her.
Okay, the third one is Amathuba. She'll carry 57 kilos with Jimmy Ullman riding barrier 1. With PlayUp, she's paying $5.50 to win and $2.15 for the place. She's going pretty well this mare, and she's deep into her preparation, but she often finds one or two a little bit better. Can she turn it around?
Look, I hope so. It kind of worries me, the price disparity between her and Fumiko. There's probably not a lot between these two mares, to be honest. Amathuba's overall winning strike rate's what worries me. It all looks too good on the weekend for her. Good jockey, good alley. Yeah. She's going to be midfield, defence, and then she's just got to get out, get room and run on. She's yet again got beaten by track bias midweek the other day. Her best runs, I feel, up here on the big tracks. Eagle Farm is one of those, and she won a maiden here when the Freedman's had her. So she likes the ground. The surface will suit her. It's holding a bit of moisture now. Everything sets up well. She's just got to obtain the right luck in running. She's trying hard. Yeah. And this race really suits her. She just, like you said, Claire, she can just find one to beat her. So her winning record worries me. She'll run well. Yeah. She'll run well. Do I want to back her at $5? I want to see her a bit better.
Okay, how are you splitting the three of them?
Look, I think Argyle Pink's got a tough job from the draw, there's no doubt. I think the other two mares, I'm probably going to go with Fumiko, actually. I think they're both in great shape, to be honest. Either one. I could go either way.
Okay. We'll move down to race 3 on the card, which is the Class 3 plate over 1400 metres. We'll have 2 running in this race. Tenzing will carry 60 kilos with Jimmy Orman on board from barrier 11. He's paying $7 to win with PlayUp and $2.50 for the place. He's first up and he often does need a run. However, you are starting him off over 1400 metres this time, and he did finish off his trial well last week.
We'll just ride him a bit patient. I'll go through these a bit quicker. I'll ride him a bit patient. Good jockey, bad gate, right horse for the race, right grade for him. Eagle Farm 7 furlong suits, which riding back in the second half of the field with cover, switch off, run on. He'll run well, be better suited out to a mile.
Second runner is Kinetic, 58 kilos. Angela Jones rides barrier 3. With PlayUp, she's paying $11 to win and $3.50 for the place. She does drop back to the mile, drops back from the mile last start, I should say, when she led and faded. Was good before that and has won at this track and trip.
I think she'll run well. I think the price disparity between these two are probably wrong as well. They should be pretty similar.
Okay.
She led the other day, which is totally out of character for her, and she was just found running late. She bounces up here, sits on the back of what looks to be genuine speed. We know she can run a mile, so she'll be very strong at 7. I think she's over the odds.
Okay, so she's on top.
I think so. I think he's going to be giving her a start. He'll run well,
Tenzing.
but I think he probably wants the mile, and he always wants his first up run.
Okay, race 6 is the Class 6 handicap over 1000 metres. We have 4 runners in this. I think Mushy wants us to start with him, but he can wait. We will start with Osamu now, who will carry 58 kilos with Talia Finland's 3 kilo claim, drawn barrier 8. With PlayUp, he's paying $10 to win and $3.30 for the place. First up, and does have a good first up record. Looked good winning his 1000 metre trial under a hold last week.
Yeah, Talia rode him the other day. I thought it was an ideal horse to go with a 3 kilo claim. Eagle Farm suits him. A little bit soft. I probably could have given him one more, but I thought this race was thereabouts, and his work Tuesday was quite good. So he's up and about. He'll race forward. He's got a few friends in this race, but he's a good, tough 1000 metre racehorse. So probably over the odds, but he will improve off the run, and I'm sure she'll ride him very well. Okay,
and right on cue, Mushy comes back to the door. He will carry 56.5 kilos with Jimmy Orman on board, barrier 11. Mishali is paying with PlayUp $5.50 to win and $2.15 for the place. It was a good run first up on the Gold Coast track. For a second, yet to win at Eagle Farm and yet to win second up. That is against him though.
Yeah, it is. He'll run well, but he's in good order. The barrier doesn't help him. He's got Orman on him, which will help him. There's enough speed. There looks to be good pressure. He's somewhere behind that speed, getting as soft a run as possible. He won't be as close where he was at the Gold Coast. We rode him probably forward of his comfort zone, just the way that the track played, and he raced really well, just he couldn't run down the leader. I'm pretty confident I'll beat the horse that beat me at the Gold Coast on Saturday. However, he'll be up on speed, he'll be behind that speed, and he'll savage the line. He's going really well, this horse. He's improved nicely.
He has. Okay, Shamrock Lou is the third one, 56 kilos. Michael Rod on board, barrier 1. He's paying $18 to win with PlayUp and $5.50 for the place. 7 weeks since his last start when he finished strongly from last at the Sunshine Coast. A handy trial behind Osamu this week as well.
Thought nothing went right at the Sunshine Coast, and I haven't been able to get in the right groove with him as far as races have gone. Glad I scratched him at the Gold Coast. That would have been a disaster. Trialled last Thursday. Really happy with him. He'll be my each way play of the day at the big odds, $18. He'll run super, low draw. Rod's ridden him a couple of times without jump outs and trials. He's jumped out and trialled twice now between that 7 week period. So he's up to the mark. Fitness with no issue. He'll bounce. He'll third 3 pairs back the fence. Run very well.
The fourth one is Immoral. He'll carry 55 kilos. Angela Jones will ride him. He has drawn barrier 12. With PlayUp, he's paying $12 to win and $3.80 for the place. Finished strongly for third with a big weight last start at Ipswich, but now has to contend with the wide draw.
Right on cue, draws another bad gate. Angela have to ride him somewhere midfield or worse, I'd say, but a bit like Michelle, he'll be plenty of speed on. Should be able to follow him everywhere he goes. Never been much between those two horses.
No.
The Barrett price sort of insists otherwise, but he'll run well. I find this race, the market's a bit out of whack,
skewed,
to be honest. I think that this market could change a bit between now and Saturday with scratchings, etc., etc. He'll run very well, Immoral. He should have probably finished second. And the leader won at Ipswich that day. He probably should have finished second in that race. So he looks good. He'll improve off his previous run. The gate I hate.
Gate, no good.
I'm going to just have Shamrock for the each way here.
Shamrock
He's the
for the
longest
each way,
price runner in the race, and I think he'll run terrific.
Okay, moving on to race 8, which is the Colts, Geldings and Entires benchmark 78 handicap over 1200 metres. Another race, we have multiple runners. We have 2. We'll start with Millane. He'll carry 60 kilos. Jimmy Orman rides. It's drawn barrier 1. He's paying $3 to win with PlayUp and $1.50 for the place. He did win first up at this track and trip before over racing mid-race last start and couldn't produce that big finish again.
He's in great order, good barrier, just put him to sleep on the fence, don't let anything bother you, don't worry about being tactical, just put him to sleep. I think Orman rode him in the winter when he ran second off memory. Maybe he did, maybe he didn't, in the 3-year-old Queensland Day Stakes, so he'll know him. But the idea is just get him to relax, switch him off. He pulled hard the other day and just doesn't run on when he pulls hard, so just switch him off, let the speed go. There's enough tempo in this, and hit the line, and the horses are going brilliant. He's my best chance on the day. I was disappointed how the race unfolded the other day, but I understand why he didn't finish off. That won't be the case on Saturday.
Okay. Rockribbed is the second runner, 58.5 kilos. Angela Jones ride barrier 7. He's paying $5 to win and $2 for the place with PlayUp. It will be his first run for our stable on Saturday after achieving 4 wins down south. Finished off strongly in a 1,000-metre trial last week.
Yeah, he's racing well. He's been some time since his best form. He's had a change I'm his 3rd trainer, I think, now. There's a few change of trainers, and his best form was a while ago. He's always had a couple of setbacks away from us. I've had a great, smooth time with him. I give him a big break. He gives me the feeling he'll improve. Market likes him. Yep. He'll race handy to the speed. He'll race somewhere in the first 4 or 5. And he's probably the horse that Milane's got to beat, I suggest. I don't know. He's running well, but my gut feeling tells me he'll improve.
So Millane on top there?
Yeah, I think Milane's my best chance of the meeting. I love him buried away from gate 1. He's a gelding. That's not going to worry him. And you saw that first up when Ryan Maloney won, and he just relaxed back off him inside, and he's weaved his way through and went on with the job. And I can't see why he won't do the same thing or better Saturday. Okay.
Race 9 is the open handicap over the 1,600 metres. 5th position will run 52 kilos. Angela Jones on board. Drawn barrier 8 with PlayUp. 5th position is paying $19 to win and $4.60 for the place. He is first up on Saturday. He's a middle distance type and will probably need the run.
Yeah, he will, but geez, there are a bunch of horses of similar ability. I think this market will change a bit too. I think he'll shorten up in the market. He's got a lovely lightweight. He likes to be ridden back quiet. He's a horse that you got to ride half dead. Just take time, and just get out inside that last 300 or furlong. So I think the race suits him. They're a pretty even bunch of horses, and I wouldn't be surprised to see him run very well at a mile. It's his first prep starting fresh for us, and he come here, he'd been right through the ringer when he got here last prep, and he raced well. This time he's had a good break, and he's coming up well. So I think he could definitely run a race in an even bunch. I mean, if you pick the winner of the last, and that's your last bet for the day to get out of trouble, I think you're going well. They're a very even bunch. I think he represents a bit of value.
Okay. We are under the final furlong of this week's Final Gallop. Who is your best winning chance at Eagle Farm on Saturday?
Milane's my best winning chance.
Well, last time you said he was your best winning chance, he got up, didn't he? Or did you?
I'm not sure whether I picked him twice in a row. I'm not sure.
No, I think you picked him twice. But
he got one, then he got beat the other day. But
oh well.
Ryan tried to play jockeys. He got pulling the other day. This will be just switch straight off and then hit the line.
Be a different story. Okay, your best each way chance?
Shamrock Blue. Okay. Just $18. I thought his trial last week was really good. No blinkers, and that's 7 weeks between runs. He's in great order. I know he hasn't won for some time, but like I said, I think that 1,000-metre race, the market's very, very iffy, and I think $18 is great value each way.
Okay, your best track worker this week?
My best track worker this week. Interesting. Some of these are trialled on Thursday. They just sort of ticked over easy sort of stuff Tuesday. They're up to the mark well. The ones that didn't, Millane was good. He galloped on his own. I thought he worked up brilliant. He's in good order. And Mathuba going really well too in race 1. She's always a good willing worker. So there's a few there for Miko. Bloody fresh, really fresh Tuesday, which is good deep into a prep like she is. To have her that well in herself is what sort of I wanted for her. So I'm pretty happy with this team going into Saturday, and I'm just sort of wondering how Eagle Farm's going to play. I thought we had it down pat. It was nice and fair. It was bugger all lanes, but last week's just thrown us off the cuff. But I think Jimmy Roberts might recorrect that, and we might get a nice fair track. And if we do, then barriers become very important. Okay. Your performance from the stable for the week? Oh, obviously goes to Transatlantic. He's a colt I love. I love him. He's a Snitzel colt out of an Oaks winner. He's got a big pedigree. He's a bloody good-looking horse. He was a backward yearling, obviously, because of his pedigree. but he's a ripping looking colt now. So he's my performance of the week. He's an absolute handsome stud of a horse. He's a gorgeous. I'm watching him parade last week. He just stands out. So he's a horse that I'm excited about for the Winter Carnival. So he's my star of the show. Okay.
Now, courtesy of PlayUp, it is the stable special offer, and this week it is Shamrock Lou to run top 4, and they are going to give you $4.20 for that. That seems like a pretty good offer to me.
Have your 50 on. Low draw, he was parking behind a good speed. Michael Rod's really finding form here now. Yep. He's getting his feet under himself and he's going well, you know. And it's good to see him at the race. He's fit, healthy, and he's happy, and he's riding good. And we all know he's obviously a multiple Group 1 winning rider, so he's going good and he'll ride him very well.
Okay. Now it is time for Cav's Corner, which is supported by the Brisbane Airport Hotels Group. No go for either legs of his multi last week, so it's back to the drawing board for Cav, and let's find out what he's got for us.
Welcome to Cav's Corner for this week. Last week, no joy. This week we ventured Eagle Farm. We'll go for Miko a place. She's about $2.80 a place. Into a Moral place. He's about $3.10. So it's a place for Miko into a Moral a place. Good punning, guys.
So he's gone back to one of his tried and true formulas, place multi. So he's gone for Miko a place into a Moral a place.
Yeah, well, I like for Miko can easily run top 3, if not win. I think she's in great shape. Moral's just tricky from the gate. If the pressure's on, which we expect there, I think the back markers will really come into that race. He'll be one of them. He does look a lot better, that horse. He's filled up nice over his top line, and physically he looks great. So I don't hate his multi, but my best bet won last week. His didn't, so I'm in form. He's not.
Okay, fair enough. Fair call. Okay, good luck on Saturday at Olivia's Race Day. Tony, plenty of value to be had across the entire card.
Yeah, great cause at Olivia's Race Day, charity on Saturday. So anyone wants to get out there and support that charity, I'd highly recommend it. So Eagle Farm, still a great day out. Golden Slipper Day.
Yes,
it's one of the best days.
Yeah.
One of the best days racing on the card. So where better place to watch it than out at Eagle Farm? You can watch all the action in Sydney and watch all the locals and support a bloody good cause in Olivia's Race Day.
Absolutely. Best of luck to everyone over the whole weekend.